From the time I was a little kid, I wanted to be a wildlife artist when I grew up. People would see the talent that I had with art, and they'd say, "Oh, that's really cool that you can draw. It's too bad you can't make money with art."
Well, in the world today, a lot of people say, the starving artist. I always cringed when I heard that because, that's not true. You can be successful at whatever you want to do. Oh, Joel did. This is one of his masterpieces here.
That's one that he did probably in elementary. Joel remembers getting He-Man tracing books where it'd have the thin piece of paper that you could trace the pictures.
That helped a lot because I was able to take the tracing book and trace over the images, and I think it kind of helped me train my hand a little bit, and then also boosted my confidence, and just, I guess that's where my training began for drawing, was with the He-Man tracing book. Yeah, my dad he started out as a carpenter, and then he ended up starting his own business as a general contractor. He needed help on the job sites and stuff, so he started us out real early, and teaching us how to work. But yeah, we'd end up on the, working full 8-hour days during the summer as kids, and it was good for us.
He was running jobs for me as a superintendent. And that was I think he was in his early 20s. Some of the guys on the job site would look at some of his artwork, and they would say, "What are you doing here? Why are you doing construction?" And I think that helped him, he kind of started asking himself that same question. Why am I doing construction when I could be doing something I really like?
It was just, I knew it was time. It was time for me to step out there and give it a shot.
I was called down by the receptionist to come down. He says, "There's someone out here that wants to talk to you about a job." I wasn't quite sure what to think of him at first, because he was very young. He had no formal education as far as art goes. His resume was a couple lines. But what was intriguing is he told me, he goes, "What do you want me to draw?" "Tell me a design, I'll have it for you in the morning." Next morning he shows up and he's got it. And he goes, "What's the next one? Give me another one. And I'll bring it tomorrow." So we did that again, and he came back with another one the next day. So I went to my boss, so this is a couple days later, and I told my boss, I said, well, there's another guy that came in the office a couple days ago, and I think I want to hire him. He says, "I'll tell you what, Kent, I trust your judgment." So I immediately went back and called Joel, and he started within a couple days after that. And one of the best decisions I ever made. Within a few months, I knew he was getting really good, and which I loved in a lot of ways. In some ways, it kind of worried me a little bit, because I knew that he was going to outgrow it pretty quick.
Initially, when he decided to leave there and wanted to do art full-time on his own, of course it's super scary because you don't know where the paycheck's going to come from and where the work's going to come from. But one thing about Joel is our entire marriage, he's always been one who's willing to work hard.
You know, there was so much unknown. It was so difficult. It was just a hard time in my life. I fortunately had my wife there as a huge support. She was always certain that in the end I'd work it out and, you know, I'd be able to continue providing for our family. Well, social media had developed, Instagram and Facebook and all that. And so I saw that as an opportunity for my artwork. Because of what I learned there, I was like, I bet I could take my artwork and use social media to market it. And then in 2017, that's when I created my first original piece of artwork that I put up for sale. And it sold in 2 hours. So that's where I was like, okay, I like this. I started gaining followers on Instagram, started putting out real quality artwork, helped me sell some originals, and then the print production.
Anything that Joel puts his heart into, it's going to be successful because he cares so much about it and is so dedicated.
I've told him several times, I said, Joel, you are the Henry Ford of wildlife art. You have figured a way that everyone in America can put a piece of your art on their wall without it costing them an arm and a leg. And it's good looking art.
I've seen a lot of parallels between the development of my career, the development of an individual piece of artwork that I create, and believe it or not, a mountain bike ride.
He loved bikes. He must have wore out 10 bikes when he was a kid, you know. Just something about 2 wheels that just made his day if he could go for a ride.
It helps with my creativity. It opens my mind. It just puts me in the right mindset. If I can go out and do a mountain bike ride in the morning and then come home and sit in front of the easel and do my drawing and painting, everything just flows so much better.
Biking for Joel is definitely a release for him. Anytime we go someplace, I've heard there's really good mountain bike trails here, so I will drop him off at trailheads or whatever he needs to go and do amazing trails, and he'll come back with just, that was amazing, you know, the biggest smile on his face, and he loves it, so.
I'm addicted to it, I really am. I mean, I ride a lot. I ride during the summertime. I'm out, you know, 3, 4, 5 times a week, 5 days a week. It's very, very therapeutic. It's very freeing. And to just get up there on your own in the quiet, and you know, you get that natural high. And then after you put in all that work and get to the top of the mountain, then you get that huge payoff of cruising back down. What I love about mountain biking is the planning, the exploration. I love the hard work to get to the top, but you know, it's really all about downhill. Once you get to the top, once you've put in your dues and being able to turn around and cruise back down, and just that, that excitement, that adrenaline starts pumping when you're just flying down the trail, breakneck speeds, and it's hard to explain. It's like your own personal roller coaster. There's a whole big world out there, and some of it you can only see from a mountain bike.
I think what's made me the most proud is that he's achieved what he ultimately has always wanted. He's able to get up every day, he loves what he's doing, and he's fulfilling his dream.
It's not just pictures of elk or bison that he's drawing. His art is more, it's beyond that. It captures the energy and the passion, I think, of those animals. So anyone that's out, goes outdoors a lot and appreciates wildlife, when they see his art, they're moved by it.
If there's one last thing I could say about Joel is that he's a good kid, very honest, someone that parents could be proud of.
I'm loving my job right now, loving my career, loving where I'm at with my artwork. I'm on that bike and I'm flying down that hill, and bugs in my teeth because I can't stop smiling.